Football Power Hour! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Football Power Hour. You can call me Power Hour. You can call me botswanapapi. I am here today to remind you, if you didn't know, it is Black History Month right now in the UK. Big up to all the black stars around the world, black kings, anybody that appreciates blackness. Shout out to you. If you like hip hop, you probably you definitely do. If you like anything cool, pretty much. I just want to say big shout out to all the black people that made all the sacrifices for us black people today to be able to do the stuff that we can do. So shout out to that. Also, shout out to you for tuning in. I just want to say it was Black History Month, but as a Man United fan, over the weekend, I declared it Scott McTominay Appreciation Week. We are honoring Scott McTominay today on this stream. We're going to talk about Scott McTominay a little bit in depth. If you think you know Scott McTominay, guess what? You are definitely going to learn something new about Scott McTominay at the end of this stream. Pessy's reckless. Pessy says McTominay is black in my eyes. He a black king, right? He's reckless. So, I mean, man, Scott McTominay, we have to just say, for me, I know I'm not depressed this week, and this man played a big part in that, He definitely, because it could be doom and gloom right now. We could be talking about how we're finished. I mean, we're not doing well by any means, but we have a platform to build from. That's where we're gonna talk a little bit about this and honor Scott McTominay, and learn a little bit about him. His name is Scott Francis Mctominay. If you didn't know, now you know. Also, if you didn't know, David De Gea is in Manchester United right now. He was watching the women's game, and David De Gea, man, what are you trying to do, man? Can somebody tell David De Gea, he can just stay for a little while. Just stay in Manchester, just in case we need a goalie by the weekend. Because, I think Sheffield United is next, and then Copenhagen. If it's not looking good for Onana, then, man, we going to have to be like, yo, David. As KG said it. He said, come train with us while you're looking for your next opportunity. The same way, Man United, the way Man United moves, it's like my mother, right, in Botswana, she's a community leader, So, I know about these things where it's like somebody, I know this is a big detour from Scott McTominay, but we're gonna come back. But it's because Onana just put me in this state real quick. So my mom is like used to situations where people just like call and say, "Hey, can you please find a place for my son in this school? He needs is there an opening? Is there a position? So Man United is moving like that. It's moving like one of those places where it's like, is there an opening for David? Is there an opening for Johnny Evans? All you need is just pull up, and somehow you can finagle your way into the system. So Man United is a little crazy, but we're gonna steer it back to Scott McTominay because Scott DeMarcus McTominay, says Percy. You know what? I'm so privileged to honor Scott McTominay with two other top Reds, in my opinion. Man, like what's good?
What is happening, bots? What's happening? I hope you've had a good week, my bro.
Oh man, it's Scott McTominay Appreciation Week, Day 3, brush. I'm feeling fantastic, man.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you who we need to get on here. We need to get Little Yo-Yo on here, bro.
Ooh, Lil Yo-Yo, come here, Lil Yo-Yo, come here. We need to,
listen. He called Scotty. What did he call him? He called him Scott Naldo. El phenomenal, bro. Earlier in the week, we did a stream on Monday, and he had the Avi up as well. It was the photoshopped image of Scott and 2002 Ronaldo. It was wild.
Damn, no, you're reckless. But you know what? We need. Yeah, let me. I'm gonna send him. Send him the
send him the
link. Yes. Also, Joe in the house. Joe Blackman in the building. Joe.
Big up, Joe.
Happy Scott Mctominay Appreciation Week, Joe. Listen, Joe. We heard about the FIFA annihilation.
Damn. Yeah, we heard about the rage quitting. We heard you didn't even finish the game, bro. What's going on?
Brush, the way also I gotta call out Pav real quick and say the way Pav introduced that story, it was just like KG didn't even know. It's like Joe got some coaching, he got the tactical lineup, the player instructions and everything, and Joe still lost. Joe, totally all said, trust the process. My thought was, what's the process, Joe Blackman? You're going to have to drop the B. You're not Joe Lackman because you lack it. Also, RJ in the house. Big up, RJ. Big up to RJ. RJ says, I'm still buzzing too, man. Listen. Brush. We also have another top red in the building. I just want to say big up to my man, Sashib. Yo, shout out, Sashib. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. How you doing, man? How you doing,
bro?
Sash, big up yourself, man. You know you confused the hell out of KG because you also go by Kenny. KG, bro. KG didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Joe does not even know how to defend his case. He can't even spell. Looking like I did not blue. What are you doing? Joe, get out of here, man.
I don't understand how the hell did he actually drew with KG, man. That's the funniest FIFA I've watched.
Yeah. I mean, wait. Yeah. He drew. It was 1-1, right? That was Joe's.
Did KG get any wins? I don't think he got any wins.
No, KG was winless. Yo, if you don't know what we're talking about, go to KG the comedian stream and check out that FIFA stream, man. It's fantastic. It's so funny. It is so funny.
He just needs to work hard on his. I think his final third and his shooting. That's it.
He needs to work on everything, bro. He plays like he's the AI, man.
He played like Real United, to be honest with you.
I know.
Like sideways and. Like, just
he kept it authentic, huh?
Yeah, authentic. Joe says my fingers are too, bro. Joe, that when last thing I'll say about this FIFA game was Joe. You could hear him pressing the buttons like crazy. He's punching the buttons. Joe, not FIFA processing, bro. Yal is in the house. Yal says Sancho has brought out the best in me today. Ooh, he dares sit at home, play his PS5, saying he will wait for the next manager to play for Man United again. Can someone punch him in the nose? Y'all.
That is violent, bro. You can't just. That's violent.
No. But y'all is bringing up an important point about Sancho right now. It's like, bro, if you're trying to make a point, you've made your point. Now you're sabotaging the whole ship by your inavailability. You know what I mean? You're self-induced. It's like, bro, come on, just loosen up. It's for the best of everybody if you perform and then we get a little bit of a, good player that's performing. The team goes up. You can work your exit in January, or in the summer, But anyway, it's Scott Mctominay Appreciation Week. But before that, guys, I wanted to take a quick detour and just say, here's a little dream that I had. Okay, Brush. I'm just gonna actually just type it out real quick. I know you were not expecting this, but I am gonna write down a real quick scenario that I imagined. Boom. I'm gonna share this real quick. Boom. This is my Man United. I'm gonna write. We gonna see how the dream was looking. It was Sheikh
Dr.
Jassim as the
Martin
Man
Luther
United.
Bots, yeah?
Yes. We all dream.
Dr. Martin Luther Bots, yeah?
It's Black History Month. I have a dream. Fellow Reds, listen, hear me out, okay? This is the situation right now. One day, maybe I feel that day's very soon, man. Sheikh Jassim is gonna pull up. Sheikh Jassim is gonna be the owner. I feel like the Glazers can't keep going like this. It's getting too long, and it's one of those things where it's like, bro, just let the club grow, you know? Fine. Other people may want somebody else, right, Cliff? That could be the thing, you know? But I'm also gonna share another dream that I had is like we have a club ambassador, you know, club ambassador. And I'm gonna tell you real quick how you spell ambassador. Ambassador.
AD or AD.
Right? Ambassador.
Yeah, I think that should be it. Yeah.
Club ambassador. The Man United club ambassador. For me, I'd make that David Beckham, fam.
Yeah, it's a good shout. That should be.
You know, or Juan Mata.
Juan Mata. Wow.
No, Juan Mata has a way with the people, man. I don't know.
He's a really nice guy. I've got a lot of time for one.
He relates to the people, and I feel like this is something where, you know, somebody who represents the club well. But David Beckham, I think, is best suited for that. All right.
Yeah,
all right, cool. Okay. Third part of the dream. You guys can chime in if you do not like my suggestion of this, right? I was thinking, you know, at one point, yeah, maybe it could have been Van der Sar, but Van der Sar failed in Ajax, fam. And I'm going for this one, Ralf Rangnick, fam.
Yes, I was about to say that. I was about that.
But we got rid of him, Bots.
We got rid of him, but in my dream, he comes back, bro.
But in your dream. Oh, hold up. See, now you've got me a bit nervous. If you're bringing Ralph back, then in your dream, who's our manager?
Oh. It's right here. It's the next one. It's eriktenhag. I'm still
okay. Because you know Ten Hag didn't want to work with Ralph in it. So that's
I know, which is one thing that disappointed me, bro. I was like, what is up with this? You know? Like these guys could actually work together. And I remember like Ralph said, no, it was eriktenhag who said no. It was a press conference, matter of fact. Ralf Rangnick told us that he gave eriktenhag a 1-hour conversation where he was like, this is my detailed assessment of every player. You know, he had a little, like, you know, that whole conversation was like, okay, cool. You know, it seems like, Mendham, if you're going to talk with somebody for over an hour, you know, it means like there is some sort of relationship. But I was so surprised and disappointed that eriktenhag didn't want to work with him. But I feel like Sheikh Jassim will be like, fam, this is my house, and this is how it's gonna go, you know? Okay, fan relations manager. I think actually I'm gonna take out Mata on that one and put him here. This is a Mata position, you know? Somebody who just talks with the fans and is responsible for that, you know? Real quick. Social media manager. We're gonna need somebody to work to manage the social media. And we're gonna get Jesse Lingard there.
Oh yes, Jesse Lingard. Lingard, yes.
Right? And you can teach Mendham some new celebrations too, because man, we need new celebrations at Man United.
There's gonna be all kinds of TikTok dances coming our way.
No, fam, like our celebrations have been dead, fam. It's because we get a goal that we really need. There's no time to be fancy with it. Like I don't even remember McTominay doing anything nice for to celebrate. You know what I mean? It's Casemiro scoring. It's just the passion. You know, we need something different. Something with flavor, you know. Jesse can bring that. I have another position, motivation manager. We know our team lacks motivation from time to time, and I would give that position to Zlatan. Oh no.
I would probably say CR7.
Ooh, that's a good shout too. Brush.
I quite like the shout of Zlatan, you know, because have you seen the shape that guy is in at the age of 15?
Yeah. There's 2 votes for Zlatan. You know, like, but Ronaldo is a good shot. But Ronaldo too. It's too soon if he comes back. You know, like we want this dream to happen soon. You know.
I have a lot of time for Ronnie, by the way.
I don't mind Zlatan as well. He's good as well.
Both of them consummate professionals, man. Yeah. The way they keep their body in it's unbelievable.
And okay, and then finally, the last position is you know, like we need. I like the way, you know, if you watch I Show Speed.
Oh my days, where are you going with this one?
We need our Man United YouTube channel. Do you have some?
I think this is where you lose half the fan base.
He's a manager.
YouTube channel manager.
Mark went with Ronaldo for mentality and motivation. Oh, Yal is asking the bigger. Yes, director of football. Before we do.
UF, yeah.
Who is Michael Edwards? Who are we going with? Michael Edwards. You know, Michael Edwards, like
he did have a good record, but you know he comes from the ops, innit?
I know he comes from the ops, but like, okay, someone from Brighton. How about that?
Someone from Brighton.
Someone from the Brighton board, man.
Brighton scouting are good, man.
Yeah, we need that. Yao says this dream started like a dream and is turning into a nightmare very quickly.
That's always the way.
Okay, but who would you guys put for director of football? Since Michael Edwards is from the ops,
I think Paul Mitchell. Yes, I totally forgot about him.
See, for me, I really liked what Ten Hag worked with at Ajax, but in order to get that structure, you're going to need not only Van der Sar, but Overmars. And we know he got dismissed at Ajax because of some off-field, some activities.
Okay.
So, it's an interesting one. He has landed back on his feet, though. I think he's working for Royal Antwerp or something in Belgium.
Okay. All right. Overmars sounds like a good shot. Like I feel like, you know, I wanted Van der Sar in this board.
Yeah, but he's like a CEO bot, so he would sort of oversee everything.
Yeah,
But then you've got Ralph in there, haven't you? So
there's gonna be a clash of egos here. There's Latin in there. Mata will be like, I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna go get the water or whatever. Like he's not gonna be confrontational. You know, Beckham. Beckham will probably conduct himself with a class. But I wanted to give the YouTube manager job to I Show Speed, but I guess
that would be nuts.
Yeah, says this is a masterpiece. This is how you concentrate. Who is the YouTube manager? Rio Ferdinand. Let's go, Rio Ferdinand. Let's be.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job with 5 and 5.
You've somehow gone for an option that would make KG seem like a sensible choice.
KG done. This would be KG. How would KG do in this room with all these guys? The Sheikh just see him. Beckham. I know he'd sit next to Mata and Lingard. He'd be like, all right. Yo, all right. That is the dream. That's the dream. Oh, Joe Blackman says Flex. Flex is actually a great shout, bro.
Yeah, Flex is good, yeah.
Yeah, KG and Flex.
Level-headed.
Right, because KG will be. Yeah, we're not trying to make this a train wreck, like y'all said. Like, let's actually try and see how these
He's gonna be
pieces
all
can work.
time, like, he's gonna wreck everything.
Listen,
I
Jets will
know.
just have a constant migraine.
Yo, yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yo, all right. Ralph was fired months before. Ten Hag never met Ralph, but they spoke on the phone, Mark. I definitely remember a press conference when they mentioned something like that. Mark says KG is goofy to Oh, the mastermind is Owen. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Owen would
yes,
be a
yes.
great shout to be in there too. You lot need a level head on that panel. Gone too far with this nightmare. Okay, all right. We're gonna move to the next segment, which is the Scott McTominay appreciation segment of this show. I want to just share something about Scott McTominay that I found out real quick that you might appreciate some of these facts and get to know the man behind Scott Francis Mctominay. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. We got Sachiv, we got my man Brush. We'll be back in a second. Football Power Hour. All right. So did you guys know, right? As I mentioned, his middle name is Francis, right? So Scott McTominay, it's kind of crazy. He was born on the 8th of December, right? And in Lancashire, and his parents are from Scotland, right? So that's how he's got the Scottish affiliation. But he actually struggled with a condition in his childhood, and he had a sort of a stunted growth thing and a development issue, which inflicted internal injuries on him. And then, that also meant that, like, after this, intensive treatment that he got, a miracle came, and then he just sort of, was able to sort of like grow again properly. And then, his 6'4" growth came in a very geometric way after his tissues were repaired. Patching up with on-field performances led to a senior call-up for Scott McTominay. And even though Louis van Gaal gave like 14 academy graduates that debut, it was Jose Mourinho who introduced us to Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
And Mourinho
I think his debut was against. I think it was against Chelsea, right? He
was
played, right?
Yeah. And this is what Mourinho said about Scott McTominay. He said, "I think he's a fantastic player, a player that what I call is a modern midfield player. It's a bit of what the top midfield players of the past were. He can do everything. He's yet to score goals, but he can, while starting from the basics." And I want to, I remember, like, when I was just seeing him playing, being like, this guy, I remember I was watching him, I think he was one of the teams when Mourinho first started and it was kind of going well. Scott McTominay, he doesn't do anything really fantastic on the field. He was more like sideways, always the safe pass, and then but like moving into space, and that's all that he did. In the midfield. And somebody like it was always like, man, this guy doesn't do anything. But then I was just like, this guy's like understanding football as like, he's part of a small cog of like a big machine, and all he has to do is just this simple responsibility. And then defensively, he was kind of sound. You could see that, like, this guy brought the aggression, he brought the energy, and I liked that, like, defensively aerial duels as well. He'd be like winning a lot of those, and that's the first thing that I noticed about Scott McTominay. What about you guys? Do you have anything at all that you?
I had no idea, first of all, about his stunted growth and all those kind of issues. You would never think somebody who's 6'4" had any kind of growth issues.
Yeah.
So that's news to me, bro. I didn't know that. In terms of him as a player, I can't lie. He's not really my typical style of player. He's very much a utility man. That's what I see him as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, listen, the fact that Jose speaks about him highly kind of sums up his game. I expect that from Jose because he's a fan of Nemanja Matic and those kind of players, the more industrial side of things, not the flashiest, not the flair players, but, they do a job.
I hear you. I hear you. Mark says he was introduced as a mask.
Bloody hell.
Fucking reckless. Not a player who would be world class. So, Shiv, what about you? How did you notice Scott McTominay? How did he evolve in, just start from like when you first started seeing, all right, here's a guy called McTominay.
I think at first when I actually I saw first time as a player, right, against his debut against Chelsea, I thought he played really well on his debut. He's more for a player that he can follow the instructions from the coaches and stuff. So he's more of a squad player. I would say he's decent, but for most of the periods he plays hell a lot of sideway football. He plays a lot of save. Aerial duels wise, he's decent, but like if you want to talk about like long term on the very consistent parts of his, I don't think he will be very good enough like long term wise. He's a good squad player. He's a very good squad player.
I hear you guys. There's something kind of intriguing about McTominay that, like, even though a lot of people, he doesn't like, pass the eye test for a lot of people, managers still side with him. I mean, I know what's his name? Somebody Yao said, all I'm going to say, McFred, the longest joke in United. Go ahead, Sashif. Respond.
Yeah, I was just about to say like he used to play up front during his MUFC academy, right? He used to play as a striker. So he's more for I'm now like after when I watched the Brentford game, I'm more convinced he can play as a striker.
Yeah. No, that is. He's actually got a good whip of the ball, and like it's as you said, I was about to get to that and say, like, the fact that, like, when you watch even the goal that over the weekend, like when you see it in slow motion, he's moving a little bit faster than everybody from the touch, the control of the ball, to like like on YouTube you can change some things to like 1.5 speed, and then like other things one speed, like he was a little bit on like 1.25 speed, and there's something that's when you're actually like really in your element. There's something about that, like even when you're seeing a certain player like show his quality, it's like that is a natural, innate thing that Scott McTominay has, that finishing. So it's one of those things where it's like he's also, played center back, for Man United and for Scotland, and such a utility squad player that, for me, if you're trying to build a squad and you're trying to go on a 38, game battle, you have to have a player like Scott McTominay to be able to like plug in the holes as you're gonna get injured in the long fight, throughout the season. I wanna like move on to like what Hal Hendricks, the person who wrote this piece about Scott McTominay that I'm sharing this info from, they also went on to say like Scott McTominay's strengths, weaknesses, and likes and dislikes. Here are the strengths. He's generous, respectful, idealistic, and has a great sense of humor. Nice picture of Scott McTominay smiling there. Scott McTominay weaknesses: could make enemies with senior teammates and opponents, especially when following managerial orders. What does that even mean? It's like I guess he's really manager's boy, which is like, at all costs, maybe. I guess that's what the person is trying to say. But what Scott McTominay likes: Jose Mourinho, freedom, travel, philosophy, and being outdoors. What Scott McTominay dislikes: clingy people, being constrained, and off-the-wall theories. In summary, Scott McTominay is a curious and energetic person with an open mind. He is an extrovert who's optimistic, enthusiastic, and likes changes. And that is how this person decided to summarize Scott
I
McTominay.
was, I was hoping that the strengths and weaknesses would be, with regards to what he does on the pitch.
On the pitch, right?
This doesn't help me out. I don't
No.
even know what kind of sense of humor Scott McTominay has.
It doesn't help us at all. But I guess it's one way to be like, well, that's how Hendrix's appreciation of Scott McTominay. It's just fair enough to share that and say big up to Scott Francis Mctominay for giving us like a new lease on life. Because guys, I know on the surface, when you look at it, Man United is 10th in the Premier League right now, 12 goals conceded, 2 defeats in 2 Champions League games so far. 14 goals scored in all competitions, but we've conceded 19 goals in all competitions.
Onana, bro.
But the silver lining is we're 8 points away from the top of the league. 8
points, bro. You need City or Arsenal to lose like 2 or 3 games in a row, and only we have chance.
And we need to go on a run of results, guys. Are you confident that we can string together results?
Yeah, I mean, we already have a springboard, bro. Like, I feel like Sheffield won't be easy, but we will beat Sheffield.
Yeah, it won't be easy though.
We need to beat them. But I think that's the problem with me at the moment with this team. I just don't know. I don't know what United's going to turn up, man. Because even at the Brentford game, if we're being honest, until the goals went in, it was a terrible game for us.
True.
We played terrible football.
Imagine though how we would be feeling. Say we got rid of Scott McTominay in the and then we put in Fred for Scott McTominay in the last like 10 minutes versus Brentford. Would Fred have done that?
Listen, like you say, he's a utility man, isn't he? And yeah, every squad needs a utility man like that. Back in the past, we had the likes of John O'Shea, who could fill in many positions and did a decent job. Phil Neville before that as well under Fergie. So yeah, these players play an important role.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things where I'm like a little bit like concerned about if we have to make sure that in January we strengthen, because with the team, look at how other teams are set up right now. The top teams like Mancity and even Liverpool and even Chelsea now have like 4 center backs that are really good. Forget Chelsea being a top team, but I'm just saying they want to be a top team. But like it's like you have to have a very good arsenal of players. Excuse the pun. You have to have a very good like pool of players to pull from for your center back positions. And right now we can't really I'm not hopeful with the Maguire and Evans in there. I like them, but they're not gonna like take us far.
Yeah, for the time being, we can only use what we have, right? I think my only concern is based on last January and how the Glazers move. I'm not sure what the budget's going to be like this coming Jan. We might be shopping bargain basement again, looking for loans.
Might be loans, yeah. Manchester United FC.
Yeah, look at the Amrabat deal, guys. How long did that take? Because he was twerking for us for a good 2 months.
Bro, man was waiting for us for like 4 weeks? 5
yeah,
weeks?
Yeah, bro. He was turning down other offers, and even then, we haven't really got it done. It's still a loan deal,
Oh, bro.
So that concerns me. As for Maguire, I'm gonna give him his credit. I thought he had a good game.
Yeah.
And the last one I saw him in as well, Crystal Palace in the League Cup as well. I thought he played well. So maybe not having the pressure of the armband has helped him a little bit.
Yeah, like I'm not like look. I'm not like I was we used to criticize him a lot because the fact that he wore the captain's armband and stuff that had a lot of toll on him. And him also going to he went to jail, right, in Greece. So that's basically another incident where he got kind of gone in his head.
I wouldn't say he went to jail, but yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, I remember the incident.
yeah.
Like Maguire was incarcerated.
I don't know. Allegedly, by the way.
Say what?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, he when we're talking, as we're talking earlier on about utility players, he could come in and be one of those guys that, like, imagine when we're trying to play. Essentially, we were trying to play Fellaini ball, and he became Fellaini for us and gave us the header that, like, when we're trying to ping that ball to Fellaini, that's what usually Fellaini would do, or put it on the chest, right?
Yeah, Fellaini, yes.
Yeah,
The guy.
That's exactly what I saw from McTominay at the weekend. Yeah,
Wow.
it was Fellaini ball.
I literally forgotten about Fellaini. My Lord.
Yeah, we'll bring him on late into
Man United,
games.
our
Go route
tactics
one.
don't evolve. It's just the players. We just changed.
Wow.
Oh
McTominay
Lord.
23, man. Bloody hell.
Let me see. Mark says, okay, people still hoping for a purple patch or willing to really embrace change.
We are just embracing some change, bro. We are just trying to embrace the change. So.
Because Marcus Rashford was never it, and 9 years later, still even more. Mark, guys, on Marcus Rashford, like, sometimes when a player starts too early, that exit from the game is also early. We shouldn't forget that about this guy. That, like, he might be. Is he past his peak, or is there more to come that's going to surprise us? Was that last season his best ever season career-wise? What do you guys think?
Numbers wise, yes. For me, he's always been a limited player. I think the problem is that we hype up these guys too much and we expect more than what they're capable of giving. So what we saw from Marcus Rashford last year, that for me is the absolute best you're going to get from Marcus Rashford. Like, because people see those numbers and they think, oh, okay, now give me 20% more. And I don't think he's capable of that. And some of the criticisms, it's the same thing we've been saying for many, many years. Like, his decision making, it's just not there. That's not something that you can teach, I don't think. Football IQ, either you have it or you don't. So if he can definitely do a job, but is he elite? I don't know. You have to play to his strengths. On the counter, he's fantastic. When he doesn't have too much time on the ball. If he has too much time to think, he always makes the wrong decisions.
That's true. That is so very true.
Man, talking about
we saw it was that criminal ball into Bruno the other week when he tried to set him up and he just held on to it way too long.
He could have just shot, just shoot.
Yeah. Like, to be honest, I could understand Saj if he'd shot and he missed, then we would have been blaming him for that too, because Bruno was in a fantastic position, right? But if you're gonna make that pass to Bruno, if you're gonna make that pass to Bruno, make it early. You had so much time and space, and you waited. And by the time you passed to him, you might as well have shot a goal.
It was starting to look like Timo Werner to me, bro.
and even the assist for Haaland, if you really think about it, if you go back and watch that ball in, it's not the best ball in. I think it was more Haaland's ingenuity that led to the goal.
Actually, Brush, you're so right.
Because it wasn't a natural ball in. If you look, it wasn't the most comfortable of crosses in. Haaland just adjusted his body to make sure that he hit the target.
Wow.
So it's a problem. It's a problem. Obviously, he's the highest paid at the club as well now, but that is it's a problem of our own making.
That's a big contract curse, man.
Yeah, but that's a problem of our own making, though, bro. Because obviously his contract was running down, and after the season he had last year as well, he was always going to be able to command a high fee. And in his 20s, you can't afford to lose him for free. So then you're kind of in a position where you have to offer big wages. But is it worth it? I don't know personally.
Mark says, would Marcus Rashford have lasted at City? Liverpool, would he even get into the squad consistently with his 1 or 2 good moments in games for the last 4 seasons?
with Man City, Mark, I think he would have been nothing more than a rotation option. So
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
And
so they would
and
comfortably
and
keep him on the bench.
the thing is also like, like the pattern that I've noticed from him is like one good season, not so good season.
Yeah.
Good season, not so
Good
good
season.
season. It's like
The one thing I will say though, but last season I did feel like we ran him into the ground. I think because we had nothing else. So much was on him. I felt like he came back from injury a bit too soon as well. And also, like, how many times did we see him hobbling? And because we had no other options, he kind of played through all of that. So we could be seeing the after effects of that. That might be taking a toll. I do think he needs a break, though. We do need to swap him out when form's completely gone out the window. But the trouble is as well, when you do that, the drop off in quality from first team to bench is huge at our club. So you can't take out these key people for too long. Like for instance, I'll give you an example, right? As much as people had the issue with Antony, when Antony's out of the team, what does everybody want? Oh, we need Antony back. Well, now we understand what he actually offers. Yes, he's one-footed. Yes, he does lots of things that annoy us, but without him, it's even worse. So that's the trouble. So how do you balance that?
Yeah, man. The thing also that for me is like you see that the way Ten Hag plays, it wants that winger who's able to like bring width.
Mm-hmm.
And Bruno does not bring width when he plays on the right, and the threat that Antony has when he cuts in, it's like you actually, of course he needs to work on making sure that he hits it on target, but at the same time, you like when you miss him, when he's not on the pitch, you see that when we take to the ball to the right, we're clueless. Most of the time, we're just trying to move it back in so that we attack again. Or the worst, the best thing that happens is just what's his name, Dalot taking a cross from deep, and Man United. But how we got feeling also about Rafael Varane? Is it like his last season at Man United?
Yes. If we are a competent club that is trying to move forward, then this has to be Rafa's last season. A wealth of experience, wonderful footballer in his prime, but it's time for Saudi, man. If I'm being honest.
So Shiv, are you also feeling like that when Rafael Varane is the defender with the highest aerial duels won? Look at that.
The greatest ability is availability, bots. We need someone we can rely on.
Look at that graph.
Oh my days! What the hell? Wow.
Rafa Varane is leading. Like Van Dijk is also having a good season, He's more available than Rafael Varane,
but that's my only concern with him. It's just the age and injuries and stuff. If he was fully fit, absolutely, true. I would have no problem with him being there.
Yeah, we are just basically one. We are just one injury away from playing Lindelof, and it's basically back to Megalov.
The fact that Johnny Evans is there says it all, really.
Yeah.
At the age of 35.
Man is 35, 35 years old.
I don't know how he got a job at Man United.
Listen, he doesn't know, but he doesn't know, because I was listening to an interview and he said he was shocked, like he wasn't expecting it. It came out of the blue.
That is crazy.
But credit to him though. Shout out to him because he has done well when he's been called upon. Experience has come.
The best assist that any centre back has given us this season is from him.
Absolutely. Yeah, what a finish that was as well by Bruno.
Yes. That easily my favorite goal so far, because actually we haven't had a lot of goals to
we haven't had too much to celebrate.
It's just the casemiro. Even though the Bayern one, there was some madness that was going on there. Mm-hmm. There was like, some crazy dribbling that I'm like, is this desperation dribbling or is it intentional? I just don't know. Like,
I have no clue
how we got some of them goals, but we got them. Realist says
Yeah, that
experience is the best teacher. What were you gonna say, Brush?
yeah, that game was crazy. I mean, on another day we might have got something, but also on another day that game might have finished 8-4.
To be honest, that game, Bayern Munich absolutely schooled us.
Oh,
Honestly,
absolutely. Some of the
absolutely,
movement, bro, like when they were attacking, like it was just their finishing that let them down.
No, but
exactly.
it's the cutback, bro. We just had problems defending the cutback. That's
Mm,
all. Like every single, like more than 50% or about 50% of the goals that we conceded are just the same pattern. You know, the
Yeah,
cutback. It's like the
yeah.
midfield is not tracking back to make sure that they close the opposition. You know, the person who's arriving late from the opposition.
Mm.
You know,
Botswana. I forgot to answer the question about about whether to sell.
Rafa.
Yeah. I personally think if we in January if we get the replacement centre backs, yeah, in for it, 100%.
Who would you go for? Which center back would you go
I
for?
personally, yeah, I will personally. There's a player from Nice. I think his name is
Tadibo.
yeah,
Todibo?
Todibo. Very good player.
Mm.
I'll take it.
Yeah. I want a player like that's
My
gonna
first
turn.
choice, my first choice back in summer was flipping Kim Min Jae, and he went to Bayern. Kim Min
Yeah,
Jae,
yeah, yeah. I think that was probably Ten Hag's, preferred signing too. And we need somebody who's gonna come in and boss. And just the way Saliba has grown
Saliba, man, what a player, man.
look,
I've been saying this since last season, man. He's
look at I can't get over this. Haaland is the one that was trying to push him.
bloody
Listen,
hell.
he
Yeah,
had Haaland in his back pocket
he
all
had
game.
Haaland on post every single time.
Haaland is trying to push him, and Haaland eats the floor. He's like, "What's going on?"
Against Haaland against big center backs, he won't get passed through because the thing is like Haaland is like the main target, man.
Mhm.
I hear every City fans they will give such excuse like, oh, there's no service to Haaland. Like there was one few balls that were given to Haaland, he still gets nowhere, to be found.
Damn.
I do think he's missing De Bruyne though.
De Bruyne and
Yeah.
it's not just De Bruyne. It's not just De Bruyne. Also Rodri. It's De Bruyne
Yeah.
and Rodri FC.
It's like right now the robot is not functioning. The robot is malfunctioning.
He's become human.
I mean, we say this, he's still the top goal scorer in the league.
I know. Okay, the
Despite
robot is
all
not
of this-
functioning the way it used to.
Despite all of this, he still had, on paper, he has 8 goals in 8 games,
has
which
8,
is ridiculous.
Which is, it's like, do you think he'll beat last season's record? Probably not, right?
I don't know, because that was a benchmark, wasn't
doubt
it?
it.
So,
That, yeah.
but I wouldn't put it past him in his City career to beat that though. But I'm hoping he pisses off to like Real Madrid or somewhere. I can't deal with this for 10 years. I can't.
There is talk that mancity is trying to give him an extension of a contract, a renewed contract. So.
Yeah, ideally in my head, like how you had a dream. My dream involves Mbappe staying at PSG, and then them switching their attention to Haaland in the summer, and then we never have to see him in the Premier League again.
Wow.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. But okay, Sashiv, let me flip this back to you. Would you rather? I mean, if Mbappe ever came to the Premier League, I'd really want it to be at Man United. But would you rather have Haaland leave or Mbappe join Haaland in the Premier League? Not at Man City. But obviously,
for a second there, I was thinking, where are you going with this one? Why the hell would you want to see that?
That's
could be like Liverpool or whatever. Arsenal.
Oh my days! Could you imagine? Oh, that would be disgusting. Oh, we might as well.
They would cook. Actually, that's a nightmare. Let's forget that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to respond to that, bro. You know.
Like in it, Mbappe off the left, the amount of pace, just Haaland in the box. Oh no.
That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare. Lo, yo, what's good, brother?
Yo. What's
This
good,
was
man?
a McTominay appreciation stream, and I told Bots, I was like, there's only one man you need for this stream.
Right?
Had to
You catch me at the worst time.
had to put the bat signal out, man.
I hear it. Well, Scott Naldo mixed phenomenal had man, it was a masterclass, right?
There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Listen, all he needed was 10 minutes, and he saved us and
Bro.
secured 3. What else is there to say?
Bro, there is, all I know is there's an accelerator, there's a brake, and then there's a Scott McTominay when you look down in the car. He came in clutch.
That's a fact. That's a fact,
Right?
man. All you need is an S9, Scott Naldo 9, and he'll come there and bag you some goals, and your job will be secured for another couple weeks or months.
Bro, Ten Hag needs to buy Scott McTominay some
Some games.
did something, some
He needs to buy him some haggis. He needs to buy him some fried Mars bars, and he needs to buy him a little toy of the Loch Ness monster. That's how much he should appreciate him.
for real.
Yeah, man.
Look at the touch map. How do you get 2 goals with this kind of touch map? Look at this.
That's all you need. That's the greats only need
Efficiency.
that, you know. Yeah, man, efficiency.
Wow. Yeah, he has
That's wild. That's wild. It's something else. This is the type of efficiency that even Haaland dreams about. You know.
Yeah. This is the kind of efficiency the Germans try to teach.
Yeah,
Fact.
man. We need a class on the excellence of Scott Naldo.
Yo, I gotta ask you, what's your first memory of Scott McTominay?
My first ever memory of Scott Naldo mixed phenomenal.
Yes.
I think he made his debut under Mourinho, right?
Yes, sir.
So I just remember him running like a headless chicken, doing the most when he just came into the team, and he was replacement for Herrera.
Yeah.
I just remember a headless chicken. Really, that's all I can really say. A headless chicken that does what he's told.
That does what he's told. He doesn't care.
Yeah?
He's like, well, I'm gonna do what the manager tells me. No, yeah, it's crazy because I was trying to be like, also the follow-up question was, what's your favorite Scott McTominay moment? Not the first, but like there's that goal that he scored right before lockdown. You remember?
That's the best one, man. I was out here squealing like a 5-year-old child. Like when he scored that goal against Man City just before lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh! I screamed so loud I could have been attacked. It was that bad. It sounded like abuse. That's how loud I was.
Is that performance? Is that one better than the Brentford one? Because that was against Man City, or was?
No. Brentford. I mean, for me, Scott Naldo, whatever he does, either way, I'm not gonna rank it. It's phenomenal, bro.
Give him his flowers, phenomenal. He says, McNaldo. McTominay. I went to McDonald's. I was like, I want to order a I wanted to make everything McTominay-esque, even the McNuggets. Okay. I'm like, with a McSauce on the side,
Oh, that's good. But like, what would the burger consist of? Because it's very important. How would you construct a McTominay, a McPhenomenal, a McTerminator burger? Let's bring everyone involved.
It's got to be Angus beef.
Man like Kevin, man like Brock, bring everyone involved. How would you construct a McPhenomenal burger?
It would have to be Angus beef in it, Scottish.
You got it.
Angus, Scottish, yeah. Are we gonna put haggis in there?
Nah, you can miss me with the haggis, bro.
Oh my
So
You have to have
Jim,
a fried Mars bar on the side, though.
Mad. That could be the dessert option.
Yeah, that's the dessert option. Exactly. You can either get a McFlurry or a fried Mars bar.
With an iron brew to wash it
Bro.
down.
Yeah, exactly. With an iron brew to wash it down.
Rilla says whatever Lil Yo-Yo is on, I need some to sell because I'm gonna make us rich. I may even buy Man United, fam.
Hey, Bayless knows the truth, man. You need this type of energy to sell because we'd all be billionaires.
No, let's McTominay. It's Yal says we should bring it back to McTominay and not make fun of him. But yeah, he's for me the quality, the fact that I mentioned it a little bit earlier that like how every manager, even Carrick for his interim game, he chooses McTominay in the midfield, man. Like, you have the rare opportunity to pick a Man United 11 and you're going to pick McTominay, brush.
Yeah, listen, for me, it also speaks to the fact that, our total lack of options.
No, yeah. No, but like, if I remember, there was somebody else that could have been, who was it? Oh, man. I can't remember the sub.
It was the game against Chelsea, right? The one where Sancho scored? Yeah.
He played McTominay, Fred, and Matic in the midfield.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, this is wild. A rare opportunity to pick a Man United 11. You're gonna go for McTominay. It says something about his character. The guy is he brings this. He may not have the talent and the dazzle.
I mean, listen, let's not get into a list of what he doesn't have because we'll be here all day.
Okay. Let's focus on what he has. And as we mentioned, great sense of humor.
He's Mick Phenomenal for a reason. Let's worry about what makes him Mick Phenomenal.
Exactly.
Let's not talk about all the other stuff, man.
Oh Lord. Yeah, no, this is as we'll wrap it up. I just want to say, for me, last season we saw McTominay bench Casemiro when Casemiro was new, and this guy, like, he actually did really well until he started having his
and then
he was. I was literally scared for Casemiro, being like, I don't think he's gonna come in the team. I remember Casemiro coming in, second half. Getting the light 30 minutes, 20 minutes. You're like, what is going on here? And I think maybe part of it is also maybe Casemiro is just like a slow starter to every season. He just takes his time to get into form, and the flowers have to be given to McTominay for doing the job when he does it. He can do it well, and he brings a lot of security and aggression. For me, that's what I love. Yeah, it's almost like wrestling.
There's two performances that stood out for me, but over the years watching McTominay. One was last season when we played Arsenal at Old Trafford.
Yeah,
when we beat them, he did very well.
True.
And then the other one, I think it was the season before when we played Norwich. Daniel Farke's Norwich.
Mm-hmm.
He had a standout performance for me in that game where he was coming in for a lot of criticism because our fans, they don't really like him in it, so he usually is bombarded with comments. But he put in a stellar performance. And those ones do go under the radar, where we don't give our players their flowers. And he was sensational that day. So as much as these moments are the ones that get talked about, the goals, the last minute winners and whatnot, overall game wise, those are two that stick out for me.
Yo, bro, you just made me remember this comment that said, he disappears versus Brighton. He disappears versus Burnley, but Brentford is the only B team. That's the only team that starts with a B. That like
that Brighton one, but that gives me nightmares. The one where Cucurella was there, our midfield was non-existent, bro.
I know.
We just got overrun.
I know. Rila says, bro, I will never forget that time Joseph played him as a centre back against West Ham.
He actually plays center back.
Bro, I remember Scott McTominay making some last-stage clearance. You're like, what? You have this in your locker. This positional awareness. I had always heard about him playing, and I had never really like seen it.
Yeah, I know they use him there for Scotland, but it's in a back three.
Yeah. And you have a little bit more protection in a back three. Yeah. Anything you want to close on, Lil Yo-Yo, on McTominay? Are you ordering a McMuffin?
He's ordering a McMuffin right now.
He's ordering a McMuffin.
He's ordering a McFlurry. Yeah.
Sancho, you want to bring us home on McTominay?
Yeah. All I'm actually going to say is that maybe you should play against like a lower like a lower teams like such as like Sheffield United, or maybe like against Luton Town or like any other teams. Maybe Ten Hag should basically try him as a 10.
Try him as a 10.
Whoa.
I hear you.
I would go Mason Mount as a 10 first.
McTominay is more 9 than a 10 for me. Right? I'm more mad at the developmental coach who turned him into a midfielder when he should have just stayed and become a Scottish, R9. This guy had no, he has the tools. He has the tools, but he was just not developed properly. He's one of those Anyway, yeah.
In England as well, but we would have trained him as a target man, right? So he would have been like an old school now Quinn type striker.
Yeah, which I feel like the physicality that he has, he actually, he could have been a different player, and he spent some time learning defensive duties that he really, don't.
In terms of that, he's bulked up a lot as well. He's in very good shape.
He's in good shape. I want to see him use more of that shape and trouble defenders and be closer to the box, But at the same time, I really like it when we're leading and he comes in and then you see like a team take a corner. I feel a little bit more secure. Like, okay, we have some aerial presence. If the ball goes to where he's at, he will probably clear it and. Scott McTominay, he may not be consistent, but he does the job. He's like Sin Min.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I went for a couple seconds to go get my McPhenomenal burger with a McFlurry and a Mars bar.
That's exactly what we thought you were doing.
I think this guy has finally replaced Fellaini.
Right.
Think about it. Physical
the last
presence.
point that we're debating on is like, Sashiv said McTominay as a 10. Realist is like Sin Bin Sashiv for that. Even though, and then I'm like, he should have been turned into a 9.
Either or 9 or 10. That is fine with me.
Okay. Okay. Well, bring us home, brother. We're wrapping up. We're past the hour mark on the appreciation hour.
Well, to summarize, to start as a 10, no. But if you need to change the game and you need to bring on a physical presence to play a bit higher up, I get the point, which is what helped us against Brentford.
And if you're going Route 1, old school Sam Allardyce, Kevin Nolan to Davis.
Tony Pulis football, You need that option in today's game because these defenders don't really defend that well against very physical presence players, like physical players, So to have him as that option, sensational. And then you get that Scott Naldo McPhenomenal come in, very good finisher in the box, pizzazz.
Word, brother. Let's hope. For me, I want him to start versus Sheffield. Yeah. He earned it. That'll be the worst treatment by Ten Hag.
But only final thing I want to say is obviously we won it in Fergie time as well, that last game. And what a wonderful tribute to Kathy. R.I.P. to Kathy.
Sensational. Scottish connection.
Yo, indeed. We have to just say that the Scottish connection was in there, and big up to Scott McTominay, man, and R.I.P. Our condolences. We're still mourning, the Man United family. So
yeah, that was Fergie's backbone, man. That's
right.
the person that held Fergie down.
There's a chat saying Realist United says you all gonna turn on him next game if he goes invisible and back to being a side man.
Well, for now we have to appreciate him and close the stream by saying tomorrow, don't forget, Scottish R9 is playing. Make sure you're there.
Be ready for the phenomenal performance.
What do you mean back to being a side man? He's still a side man. He came on 87th minute.
Yeah, man, rotational superstar.
Shameless.
He's a rotational superstar, and we love it.
You're damn right.
Big up to y'all for tuning in, man, and the homies for pulling up.
You're always a pleasure, bro.
Inside.
We are here, ladies and gentlemen. My name is botswanapapi. It's the Scott McTominay Appreciation Week. Make sure you appreciate the guy. Hit the like button. We out of here. Peace.
Intergalactic ratings.
Also, please, McTominay.
I wanted more football.
I want more football from you and less wrestling.
Bruno Fernandes!